Welcome back to the Sidekicks podcast. Oh my gosh, it's been too long. Hello, friends. Hope you've had a great couple of weeks. Like always, hi, I'm Sean. I'm a professional dancer in New York City.
And I'm Megan. I'm Sean's sister, and I'm a former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. And we are two siblings in the same industry, just wearing totally different shoes. Bada boom bop. Welcome back.
Bing, boom, boom.
Bing, bing, boom. It's been a fun few weeks. We're back in our old habitats, or where it all started. But we also were just in our old habitat.
Where life all started.
Yes. And I think we just genuinely had the best 3 weeks home. It was such a blast. You know, we got to be with family, got to be with friends, got to do amazing things.
Amazing.
We'll get into that. Why don't we start with our side quest of the week and we can kick it off from there. Sean, start us off.
All right. Well, there were so many cool things that happened recently, but last night, must take the cake. I got to see Olivia Dean at Madison Square Garden. It was extra special because I requested tickets through my work in February, and I, like, in my mind thought I had them, but I had been checking weeks prior, days prior, the day before, and I still hadn't gotten the tickets approved. So I was losing my mind. I was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to go because I got them for Josh's birthday. But I ended up working, so it made it that much more sweeter because I was like, oh my gosh, a dream. And she was amazing. So that was probably my side quest of the week. Megan, what about you?
No, I remember you were so stressed, and I was like, I know exactly how you were feeling. I've been there before where I've done something and I'm like, okay, I like have them, but I don't have them.
Yeah.
And it's eating you alive. So I'm glad that you could finally relax and enjoy the concert because you were looking forward to this for so long. So
yeah, she was great.
Yes. Okay, for me, I would have to say my side quest, dead giveaway, was probably throwing out the first pitch of the Padres game.
Sure.
That was last Monday. Yeah. Insane. So that was the coolest experience ever, and didn't think I would add in this year of 2026 soccer, baseball to the cheerleading resume. So
I can't wait to see what you do next in the sports field. Maybe basketball?
Okay, you know, I've got the height, so that will
Come on, WNBA.
Next thing. So, I mean, that's the question people always ask us when DCC travels together. Is like, are you a basketball team? I'm like, no. No, we are not.
That is so weird. But we definitely had a crazy few weeks back in the old San Diego, California. I feel like it was so crazy well, number one, we're never back home at the same time. So for us to be back together at the same time, we also got Danny there for a little bit. So the whole family, a lot of our friends are usually gone too. And we were talking to our friend and it was like, this feels like summer 2016. Like,
yes,
what is going on?
Literally, it's such a rare occasion to even get one of us out there, and you had 3 of us out there all at one time. So it was just so filled with joy and so much fun. But we definitely got down to business. I think, you know, we came there with a purpose. We wanted to, you know, you had a lot of things going on, and then the 2 of us, I know we worked together a little bit here and there, did some classes together, taught classes. So we were definitely earning our playtime, if you will.
100%. It's just also there's something that's so weird about going home after we've spent years trying to make a life elsewhere. Like, you have all your friends and family that knew you growing up and as little tiny peons. And then we left and now we came back and it's just like, how did it feel for you?
You know, when I used to go home after visiting from Dallas, I felt like if I stayed there, I'd be taking a step backwards because, in my opinion, I needed to move out of the house. I needed to start my own life. And, you know, in the early stages of living in Dallas, I had so much that I wanted to do for myself and for my career that I was always eager to get back, and stressed too, because I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I've got like a game or rehearsal," but
Yeah,
I feel like I had so much work to do in Dallas that I was always like excited to come back home and like
for
have my
sure.
own space again and like get into the rhythm. But now that I've kind of closed that chapter in Texas and have accomplished everything I could ever dream of and like all the goals that I set for myself, coming home was such a reward, and it was like I could now pour back into the people that I have learned from and people that have been a part of my career, and also just enjoy my first summer that I've had in 5 years.
Yeah,
Um,
that that
yeah, because it's tough. We're during our summers, it's the most busy we ever are, and
yeah.
it's always tough, seeing like the family get together and do vacations and travel and have like a Euro summer. And I'm like, have fun,
Yeah.
everybody. I'll be working inside, practicing. So it was definitely nostalgic and a very earned summer, in my opinion.
I agree. It was really fun getting to see, like, literally, we were at a bar and someone came up to you and was like, "Are you Megan from DCC?" I was like,
So
"Of course." Like, even in San Diego, they're still there. It was cool. And I love being like, "Yeah, that's my famous sister."
It does not
um,
happen often, I'll tell you that, and I was
uh,
just telling Lauren, our friend, I was like, "Nah, this doesn't happen," and then, like, 5 minutes later, it happened, I was like, "I swear, it
it's
really
always
does."
when you don't want it to happen. Well, let's talk about first things first, throwing the first pitch. I know that we have a whole video out. That was what we talked
Yes.
about last week. But for just a quick little recap, give us the lowdown. Like, first of all, how did the opportunity even come about?
Okay, so it all started after we came back from New York City for press. So the Padres had reached out to my email, which my management team runs, and they're like, "Hey, I'm so and so. I work with this department for the Padres. We'd love to see if Megan would want to throw out the ceremonial first pitch at some point." And I was like, "What? Yes!" Literally freaking out. And so, of course, I immediately call you and Danny, and I said, "Hey, like I have a potential opportunity." Danny about almost fell out of his chair because he was like, "Oh my God." Anyways, it was such a fun experience telling you guys. And
Yeah,
then also keeping a secret from mom and dad was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do because
that's
it's
the
something that
T.
you just want to shout from the rooftops, especially to the people who love the Padres so much. So yeah, that was just a big secret, big crazy thing. So that's kind of how it all started. And then yes, on our YouTube video, hopefully you guys tuned in and watched that. But what an awesome opportunity. I'm so sad that you had to miss it, but
I
you were on
know.
to bigger and better things. So
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
yeah.
We're how nervous were you though?
Very, extremely. It was like saying the Pledge of Allegiance, or I'm sorry, the national anthem. I always say
Like,
that. Oh
oh,
my
oh
gosh.
no.
But it was the national anthem. I was like, literally, don't pass out, Megan. Just stay calm. And when I got up there, there's a photographer right in front of me, below me, and then you've got the camera to go on the jumbotron. You've got the social media camera. You've got like everybody here, and then my girl telling me like when the cue is to go and like smile here. And I was like, okay, check, 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 check. And after warming up with the ball girls, I had a pretty loose arm. I did not even see the fryer when I went to throw the ball. I just yeeted that thing. I just was like, go
Yeah, and for those that didn't see it, it went right over his head.
right over his head. I genuinely blacked out. I did not even see the fryer in my brain. I was like, you could see the video. I like point, and I'm like, mm-hmm. I'm like,
Yeah. There are some moments where like, oh my God, I watch you and I'm like, I wish I was her. And then there are moments where you want to be the person in the stands watching someone do the thing. And it was definitely one of those moments where it was like, I don't need to throw it, but I'm glad that I'm here and I can watch from, oh, I didn't get to watch, but I got to reap the benefits of it. So I'll still take it.
For me, the biggest thing that I held, like, so what? Maybe it wasn't the best throw, But to me, I represent dancers and cheerleaders, and there already is such a stigma of, oh, girly girl, like,
Yeah.
So I think in my mind, I just wanted to go the extra mile,
Right.
maybe.
You didn't want to throw it in the dirt.
If I threw it at the ground, I would have literally walked off.
Yikes.
But
Then
no,
you would have had to walk off anyways, but
I
still.
did. Yes,
You'd have walked off with your head down.
correct. But I was just like, oh well, we did our best, and I
Yeah.
threw it further than what I needed to do. So I think that proves that we are extra strong and athletic. So
Yeah. No, and it
boom.
was definitely cool. Like the first pitch was awesome. I feel like it was also so cool, probably having like so many family and friends that came up to support you.
That was such the cherry on top. Everyone was so sweet and so supportive and kept the secret very well. I was like, thank goodness. So glad that people could make that last minute turnaround and come to the game. And
Yeah.
um, we need to get Danny on here. I think Danny was the most excited I've ever seen him in his life.
Yeah.
He was just so excited and happy to be there. And
Not
so
only that, I think the most viral he's ever been was because of his little giggles, the little giggle meister in the back. I had so
oh,
many people that were like, "Is this you?" And I was like, "Thank God, no, it's my brother."
so funny.
He was
No,
just, the excitement was too real and he literally could not contain it at all.
not at all. Not at all. But it was so
So
fun.
cool. I had so much fun. Danny said it was the best moment of his life besides his wedding. He had to preface that before, but he said it many times. Best day of his entire life. But it was so much fun. And the good times kept rolling. After that, yes, we got ice cream and all that. But Megan and I got to teach together, which was really, really cool. The old studio that I used to teach at in Orange County, they let us come back and teach a couple master classes. So just, I had so much fun seeing old students, and Megan had taught there before. So it was great to have her back. It was just like, what a full circle moment.
For sure. You know, Sean and I actually taught back in like 2019, right when the
Yeah.
studio opened.
Yeah,
And
literally.
so all these kids were babies. And so we both are coming back now, very, I feel like, established in our careers.
Yeah.
And, all the kids were so excited to see Sean, and it was so fun. They have all their inside jokes, like, remember Mr. Sean, we did this, and it was
Oh,
just so
yeah. Lots of
sweet.
inside jokes.
Yes. What would you say your favorite moment of teaching there
W-
was? Like going back and
I
teaching
mean,
class?
definitely like, well, number one, just like seeing these like kids that literally were like tiny little peanuts. Like they were just babies when I was first teaching them. I was still like in school when I was teaching them. And, I was telling them about like dreams that I had. And it was just such a really cool moment to go back and teach people who knew me before like the career that I had dreamt of having.
Mhm.
I was teaching them while I was also trying to learn myself. So getting to walk back into a room where I used to dream about the things that we're now living was just, I think it was a really, really awesome experience. Full circle moment for sure.
That's so special. Yeah, you were trying to figure out what your next steps were, and then here you are dancing in New York City in one of the most prominent shows. Not only you get to see them grown up a little bit, but they get to see you grown up too. So
Yeah.
that's really special and fun. And it
Yeah.
was great to like see them. They had so much energy, and it was a great time.
It was so much fun. I loved it.
Good. Speaking of, doing these crazy things and these jobs, you were also dancing at Disney again. A little recap
Yes.
too. You
Oh
were
my
at
gosh.
B23. Share with the class, share with anyone who's a major Disney fan. I'm sure they're dying to know what your experience was like. So share.
Yeah. So I was called back in July, like beginning of July. And basically my old casting director was like, "Hey, I'm casting for some jobs and I thought of you. I can't tell you what this job is, but just know that it's really cool." And I was like, "I trust you." So I was like, I will make time. I had so much fun working for Disney. So any opportunity I get, I'm like, yeah, I would love to go back. And so they were very secretive about everything. They were just like, we can't really tell you what you're doing, but the rehearsals are going to be these days. And that's it. And so once it got closer, I had to sign an NDA, so I couldn't tell because they hadn't really released about who was in these numbers, who was performing at the event. But then my first day, they were like, "You're doing an opening number with Neil Patrick Harris, Megan Hilty, Darren Chris, Skylar Aston, and you're going to be performing with Gloria Gaynor doing a disco number to I Will Survive." And I was literally like,
Stop.
wait a second. I was literally expecting it to be like, you're going to be putting on a bow tie and you're going to be shimmying next to Mickey Mouse. Like, that's what I was expecting. And I honestly was excited for it. I was like, that is my cup of tea. So let's do it and let's have fun with it. But doing the rehearsals, really, really fun. I love the people I worked with. I love the choreographers. I'd worked with one of them before. And then just going into the venue, I also didn't know that it was going to be streamed on Disney Plus. So that was like a big shock. So I got to let my family and friends kind of give them a little bit of a hint that they should watch this. Because again,
We
I
had
wasn't
a
really allowed
whole
to say much.
We literally had a whole watch party, whole watch party. Everyone came over and anytime I have the video, so this will be on the socials soon for everyone to see. But we thought Sean came on camera, but it was someone who looked like him and it wasn't. Everyone goes, "Ah!" I'm like, "No, no, no, no." Shh. And then it's like immediately after Sean comes on and he's like an animatronic pirate. And we're like, it's crazy. We all just flip out anytime we see Sean. Honestly, we're all so biased in our opinion. We're like, the dancers made the show. We're like, bring them out, more, more,
Bring
more.
them out, bring them out.
Yes, we loved it.
It was just like so crazy going there because it was at the Honda Center and they'd like sold 11,000 seats, and just seeing like the scale of the production was so crazy. I mean, Disney doesn't do anything small. So that went with everything. Like the opening number with Neil was just like so silly, so campy, so fun. And everyone that I worked with, all the celebrities that we got to meet were the kindest people. So nice. They introduced themselves to each of us individually. They were genuinely interested in our lives, and they were just so easy and fun to work with. And it was just like, that is how you make a career in this industry, is by being easy to work with and talented, I guess.
Yeah, that's number one. Can we talk about Megan Hilty for a second? I think she's so iconic, and I loved how both of you are coming, like, kind of representing like New York City.
Yes.
How is
I
she?
literally, when I first met her, they always tell you, like, don't be a freak, like, be respectful human, like, respect the talent. And so I'm like, always like, yes. But Megan Hilty, I've seen her 3 times in Death Becomes Her, and I absolutely love her and respect her so much. So when I saw her, I literally was like, she's like, "Hi, I'm Megan." I'm like,
Like, I know.
I love you and I've seen you a million times. But I was like, but then once I got my little jitters out, she was very, very, very sweet. And I got to talk to her a couple more times. And she just is so talented, so sweet. I couldn't say enough nice things about her. But
Oh,
yeah, she deserves everything she has in the world.
that's amazing. And especially, I feel like you kind of learned I would say you were kind of put in a new environment. It's not like, oh, it's a live show, which you've done 100 times, but this was like a live broadcasted, like a live stream for millions to see. How was that compared to anything else you've ever done?
Well, that's a great question. I feel like definitely, I mean, there were a ton of people in the audience and they were all, very big Disney fans. So they loved what we were doing and they respected what we were doing. They just, a lot of the inside jokes, they got immediately. They appreciated it. But at the same
I
time,
love
it was just a very big production and there's so many things and so many moving parts. So, it's just that showbiz. Some things go great, some things don't go great. And it's just like rolling with the punches kind of. And yeah, it's definitely a little bit more stress just because you're like, you never know when they're going to be filming you or when they're going to be zooming in on you. So you're
so
kind of like,
true.
hopefully they catch me. I mean, you can understand that being on like
Yeah,
DCC, it's like you can never turn off. And I mean, never when you're on stage, you're never going to be like,
right.
I'm gonna sit in the corner and like smoke a
But you
cigarette. No, it's
but you have a backstage at least. For us, it's like
yes,
it's on. But you never know which camera angle is going to be on you or like what's going to happen. And this is all live performances. Like this is just
yeah,
like everything's live and it's all like
yeah,
set.
no, but it's just like those are like I grew up watching like performances like this where I was like, oh my gosh, like I wish I could do something that cool, or I wish I could be on a TV screen. So like there was just like a surreal moment of being up there and realizing this is my actual job. And I always have that realization because I'm just like, I don't get it. Like I'm getting paid to do what with who?
Right.
No,
Yeah, especially Gloria Gaynor. Are you kidding me? You were right
yeah,
next
that
to her. I was like, serving. It was so good. So good.
I was so surprised. I mean, she's in her 80s and she still sounds amazing. I mean, she
She
was
was the
bound to
highlight.
her throne, but like it was a beautiful throne and she killed it from her throne. But oh my God, no.
She
It
did.
was just still on cloud nine,
You'll find the
literally.
words time. Cloud 9 for now. That was so fun to watch. Just anytime Sean was on the screen, we were like filming, ready to go, just cheering like he could hear us, even though he can't. But I was like, I swear he waved at me.
No, I felt it. It's like the dream is weird because when you're chasing it, you're thinking about like getting the job. You don't always think about what it feels like to be like standing backstage or like driving home to like be with your friends and family after like they got to like see it. Like it was just like, oh, this is so cool and such a fun life. And I'm so happy to have such a great support system.
Yes. And I feel like, both of us were each other's biggest cheerleaders. And like you said, when you got home, we were all like, yay, you did it. Like, you weren't alone when you got home. And you're like, you're never going to be alone too, because everyone is just so excited to watch you succeed. And,
Yes.
for us, we understand what each other's success means and how deeply it runs. So it's really fun to have, a sibling who understands each other's wins without like
Yeah.
having to explain why they're so
For
important.
sure. And it's like, I think that like, there are so many sacrifices you have when you do pursue dreams, like big dreams. Like it was crazy. Like last year, I remember I had to spend Christmas Eve by myself and like Christmas morning I like was also by myself. And I was like doing the dream, but it's also just like what's the cost? And like
Mhm.
we've both had these huge professional experiences, but I feel like the thing that like really matters most was getting to hang out with my friends and family after. That's
Yeah.
like a really compelling realization of yes, like it's so great to have these things, but like if you don't have people to like share it with, it's not as fun. So that's why I feel like this trip was extra special. I got to be there for your big moments, you got to be there for
Mhm.
mine, and it just made them even more magical.
For sure. And I would say my favorite all-time moment, maybe that's exaggerating, but it was definitely my favorite moment for sure, was ending the trip together. We got to go to San Diego State University where I went and we got to work with the dance team and our very close friend, Caitlin, she's the coach.
A
She coached
girl.
I when we were in high school and she was my coach on the team and she's like such an
She's literally
integral.
now my life coach in
Yeah.
life.
She's our life coach.
She is. She really
She's
should have a business of it.
No, she should. But, she's so close to us and means, like, the world to us, so we got to go to San Diego State, and Sean got to teach, like, a Broadway-inspired combo to the girls, and, like, Josh got to take it, and I got to take it as well, and we got to all 3 dance together, so that was, like, such the cherry on top,
No,
and
it was so
when
fun.
when we were leaving, I was like, "I'm sad. I'm sad."
I know you're driving us to the airport right after class, and you're like, I think I'm welling up right now.
I literally was welling up, and I was like, "Ah, I'm fine." But
No, but hopefully, like now that your schedule is a little bit more free, like this can become a more repeatable thing, like where we get to go home together and like get to have family
yes,
time and like fun and all this stuff. And I think that we will. I think why it maybe like was it like the ending stung so extra was just because it's like we haven't had that kind of opportunity in probably like 5 years, 6 years,
yeah,
maybe even more because like we weren't ever home, and like when we were home, it's like we were busy,
yeah,
and, to have like
exactly.
days, weeks where we got to just have fun with friends and family is like such a rarity in our lives, and, for it to come to an end, I was just like, but it was a special end. I didn't really address the SDSU thing. It was so cool getting my literal closest people in my life, like you, Josh, Caitlin,
Yeah,
the team. Like it was like just what a freaking exactly like you said, a cherry on top of like the best trip. I think we're at a point where realizing that making it isn't just, booking the job, doing the work. It's being able to look around you after or while you're doing it and realize that you have the people that matter most beside you
Yep,
and supporting you. It
100%.
was just like, I feel like at the end of it, it was just like, oh, this was great. And I can't wait to do it again soon.
Yes, and we won't have to wait long because I am officially moving to New York City. Woo! Yay!
She's ripping the Band-Aid off.
Ripping the Band-Aid off. A lot of y'all really loved that conversation that Sean and I had, and we're reaching out with really good support. And I think a lot of things just happened where I was able to work really hard while I was home. And so now I can take that leap of faith. So now our parents only have 2 places they have to travel to instead of 3,
Yay.
their children. So that will be in the works. So you'll have to stay tuned for all
Oh my
that.
gosh. We will have lots and lots and lots to update you with. But for
So many.
now, we will just leave you with that exciting sentiment. Any closing remarks, Megan?
No.
No, I feel like the bottom line is we went
Oh,
home and we realized how far we've come and how lucky we are to have such an incredible support system.
you couldn't have
Period.
said it better than that because I said nothing.
It's okay. You said it all with the silence.
Yeah, exactly. But
All right.
that concludes for what we have for today. Make sure to follow us on all social medias at the Sidekicks Pod, and you can find us every Thursday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. I almost forgot.
It's been too long.
It's been too long.
All right. Well, ciao for now. Thanks for
Ciao.
listening.
Thanks for listening.
See you next week.
See ya.